My name's Jeff Meyer, and I'm the CEO and owner of Tuff-N-Uff. My brother Barry Meyer started Tuff-N-Uff. It was not my idea. I was invited to hold the ropes open for the ring card girls and go get water. Hey, we need hot dogs and Italian beef sandwiches or something like that. Yeah, I was just around. Well, we grew up in Arlington Heights, which is a suburb northwest of Chicago. You know, blue collar kind of neighborhood. And my brother found karate at a very young age. Believe it or not, he got his black belt at 12 years old in Taekwondo. And I was like 6.5, 7 years old. I didn't know what I was doing. Going to these tournaments, you know, just following him around. And my brother had a little bit of a learning disability. And back when we were growing up, they didn't know what that ADHD stuff, and, you know, they just labeled him LD, learning disabled. He was picked on and wanted to, you know, be able to defend himself. But the martial arts provide such discipline and integrity and honor and all this, you know, stuff that's important. And my brother was literally one of the toughest dudes that I ever knew. Well, I was a freshman in college in Arizona at the University of Arizona. My brother called me one day and he's like, Jeff, there's an ad for this thing called the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Back then, it was all WWE. So we're like, is it gonna be a fake kind of a thing? In the very first fights, Taylor Tooley versus Gerard Gordeau, right? Dutch kickboxing champ. Kicks Taylor Tooley in the face and knocks his tooth out.
Tooth came out.
Oh, the first seconds of the thing. Oh my God, it's real. Dude, oh my God, his tooth went flying. And it's instantly, we knew this was real. And it's like a light bulb went off. My brother said it was love at first fight. MMA wasn't legal, okay, where we were living. It was only kickboxing and boxing, right? So in 1994, on June, the very first Tuff-N-Uff event ever happened in our high school gym. Believe it or not, we had women and men competing, okay? Because my brother always was like giving everybody the chance, no matter who they are. And for many years, I was just like, I don't know, running around doing whatever he needed, cleaning up the blood, trying to hit on chicks, because there's always beautiful women at our fights. And I'm running around like, you know, kind of like helping him, but also a little distracted because, you know, I'm a single guy and everything. My experience right out of college was like I went into the world of whatever finance where my family was, right? And so I was working at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, yells, buy and sell, yelling and screaming all day long, like I was trading live cattle. I think I was like the worst trader in the world. I mean, there's thousands of guys in there in front of my face make $500,000 in a second. Literally, I mean, but thank God I didn't bankrupt generations of my family. I could have. Oh my God. One day I lost $44,000 in one day. Oh my God, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I'm not cut out for it, okay? And I left with my tail between my legs. I moved out to San Diego to go work for my brother. You know, we were helping like huge investors diversify their portfolios. We didn't love it. While it provided a wonderful income and stuff like that for my brother, he really had this passion for MMA, right? So he says, let's try Tuff-N-Uff in Vegas. The fight capital of the world is Las Vegas. I remember in the truck, the U-Haul, we're driving out there with my mom. And I'm like, are we nuts? We're leaving the ocean, like the most beautiful place on the earth and stuff. And here we are on the way to the desert. We never had an office in the early days. We were just like, as I said, on our laptops. Well, my brother kept rumbling to me like, you know, we got to do something in the amateur space. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I couldn't understand, but he kept pushing this amateur thing. Tuff-N-Uff needs to bring amateurs to Vegas because they deserve the opportunity. So he's like, let's do it. I disagreed so much with, we fought like cats and dogs, whatever. He went to the commission and got amateur MMA approved with the sanctioning body, and he brought some lawyers and stuff like that or whatever. And so Tuff-N-Uff got an amateur MMA license, the first one ever in Nevada in '08. We had no idea if people were gonna show up, if the fighters are all gonna compete. And those early shows, oh my God, they were really well attended. Ryan Couture, who's Randy Couture's son, fought at the Orleans Ballroom, packed wall to wall. These kids are getting attention. We had, we were, as I said, filming the stuff. I didn't know nothing about editing or anything. I still don't, but I know how to cut. So I cut the fights out and then I uploaded them to YouTube. And that's when our YouTube channel was born. 50 million views or something like that. And then Ronda Rousey happened, okay, the biggest female fighter arguably of all time. She's having a hard time finding fights. No one wants to fight her because she's got this Olympic background, right? The executives of the UFC were saying, like, there will never be a female fighter over our dead bodies in the UFC or something like that, right? So the next event we had, we got her a fight. She won in under a minute by armbar. It was awesome. And now Tuff-N-Uff's gotten its footing and we're doing okay. And we have like awesome sold out events and we have this big awesome broadcast deal with UFC Fight Pass. We're off to the races ever since then. He was totally right. I was wrong, but I was happy for, so proud of him and happy that he found this thing that provides an opportunity for kids or athletes of any age. A lot of our fighters fought all their amateur fights with Tuff-N-Uff before they went on to become professionals. I totally disagreed with him, and thank God he pushed and pushed and pushed, because look at where we are today. On October 15th of 2013, I missed a call from my brother. I woke up and he called at 3:13 in the morning. I knew something wasn't right. I was talking to my mom while I was driving there. I said, Ma, his car's here, his shoes are here, his wallet's here. And I don't see him. And I find a note. And I said, Ma, I don't know what I said. And then I found him hanging. And I was trying to give him CPR. And I'm calling 911. But he's not coming back. And I started to mouth. Oh, gosh, and I'm sorry, Barry. I wish I was there for you more. But as you can imagine, that was like the most devastating thing I could have imagined happening. Everybody in the whole world of MMA was calling, and my brother touched a lot of lives because of this MMA thing called Tuff-N-Uff, right? Suicide and depression in general, I think, are very prevalent in the combat sports for a variety of reasons. The main one I can think of is just like my brother. I said he had a learning disability, so like the kids would pick on him. Why are we all here? I don't know. We're here because there's something we're good at. And as I was saying, I think he was incredibly brilliant and smart, just in different ways maybe, or something like that. We keep Tuff-N-Uff going in my brother's name to keep his legacy alive and to honor his memory. Tuff-N-Uff to me means like overcoming adversity. I hear it often. Kids that might have been going down the wrong path in life found fighting as a way to steer clear of the temptations that are out there today. I think Tuff-N-Uff saves lives. This many years later, Tuff-N-Uff celebrates its 30-year anniversary in June of 2024. I can't believe we're still here, but we're still going and we're still growing.